Don't know about you, but I fancy going to the beach, yeah?
Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Snow on the fields, sun glinting off the water, and me in a helicopter. What a life.
Leicester traffic, heli centre 45 listing and taxiing to the H of visual with company traffic.
Okay, clear all around, clear above.
Traffic, 1 o'clock, 90 metres, level.
Warning lights are all out, temperatures and pressure still in the green.
Hello and welcome to Rory on Air. Like so many others in the UK, I love the sea. I grew up on a Scottish island with it right next to the house, but now I live in Leicestershire where sea views are in short supply. So, on this beautifully white winter's day, I'm off to the beach.
Leicester traffic, heli centre 45, taking off runway 10 to the east.
Having completed all the necessary planning and pre-flight checks, I'm heading out of the Leicester zone on another hour-building mission. I've planned a route past Rutland Water, Bourne and Spalding over towards the Wash. I'm then going to track the coast up towards Skegness, although I'll turn back before I get there and return across the snow-covered farmland around Boston on my way back to base. I hope you enjoy this one. Please do keep your comments coming and don't forget to give that thumbs up button a thorough test.
Isn't it lovely with all the white snow around? Keep on coming up here, we'll go to the right of this little village, depart the zone to the east and then head up to Bilston for our start point. 2,200 is what I planned. Okay, there's Bilston. Can't see anybody around, we're outside the zone now. Coming up to our planned altitude 2,200, so we'll nose over and aim to accelerate to 80 knots. That's Bilston Junction, so that's our start point. Bilston Junction to Woolfox Lodge 079, so we'll check that the DI is aligned, pretty much is. We want function, counter. Good look all round. So the visibility today isn't brilliant, but it's okay, and there doesn't seem to be as many showers around. There are some forecasts, so I'm keeping an eye out. We obviously want to stay well clear. We've got a much warmer temperature today, carb heated, we've got 8 degrees, but outside is -4. So this is the junction. So we'll just start coming round to the right onto 079, 080 with this old school DI, be good enough for government work. And we'll start the timer. 12-minute leg. So we are aiming to go just to the left edge of the water, and that keeps us well clear of the mats.
London information, good afternoon, heli centre 45, request a basic service.
Heli Centre 45, London information, good afternoon, pass your message.
Heli centre 45 is a Cabri G2 helicopter from Leicester Echo Golf Bravo Golf to Leicester. Currently we are about 5 miles southwest of Cottesmore disused airfield, altitude 2,200 feet on the QNH 1026. 1 POB VFR, intended routing is direct towards the Wash, and then we're going to go up towards Skegness before returning direct to Leicester. Request a basic service.
Centre 45, Roger, squawk 1177 with mode Charlie, it is a basic service.
Squawk 1177, mode Charlie, basic service, heli centre 45.
So that there just coming under the nose now is Woolfox Lodge disused. You can sort of make out the classic crisscrossed RAF runway layout, giving them more or less interwind options in every wind condition. Because you can't fight a war when and say, oh sorry, we can't send the aircraft up because the wind's in the wrong direction, so they had to do something about that. So how long does that's taken just under 12 minutes, so that's pretty good. So we'll clear that, we'll start that again. Our next heading is a fraction over to the left, so we're going to just steer about 060. Should keep us about right. 76% pulled, carb heat's 15, cylinder head's normal, oil temp's normal, oil pressure's normal, fuel pressure's normal. Outside air temperature -4, which is why the carb heat's got so many bricks and it's having to work so hard, but that's keeping it in the green zone, so that's all good. No visible moisture around. We're getting a basic service off London Information. We've got 113 litres of fuel. Engine T's and P's are green, no lights, no captions. DI is aligned. Altimeter is set, and the trim and transponder I'm happy with. 77 Mo Charlie. It's amazing how much more snow there is in this direction than there was when we went, even just yesterday, up through over Taton Hill and through East Midlands. My sort of plan with that trip was to
Golf Juliet, Oscar, London Information.
show you some snow.
Right.
Pretty chilly with even all the vents closed and the heater on full. We are getting some heat coming in, but not as much as I'd like. So this is Bourne, which my track did have me going right over the top of, but I never like to do that, so we'll just avoid that. And then once we get beyond Bourne, we'll come left a little bit again. We're just trying to pick out the entrance, the sort of start of the wash, but I can't see it yet, so we'll just keep going. We'll go back to sort of 060 once we're around the corner here. Normally I have my hand on the collective, but it's really cold. It's giving me a sore hand, so I've got it right next to it just in case I need to dump the lever. And we're flying into the headwind, so if we do lose the engine, we're looking for something in front of us. And it's going to be a case of lower the lever, establish an auto rotation. Plenty of fields around here, so basic auto will probably do the job just as well for us, so that's 60 knots. Basic auto rotation, rotor RPM in the centre of the green arc. We'll pick the field that we're going for, make a decision about that. Once we've picked the field, we will make a mayday call, so it'll be mayday, 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 heli centre 45, engine failure, 1 mile east of Bourne. Then we'll do the checks, so the fuel cock will go off, the fuel pump will go off, and then reassure the passenger, and I haven't got one today, so no reassurance required, I just need to reassure myself. So we've actually got the water here, which kind of in a windy sort of way takes us all the way there.
Heli Centre 45, are you aware if Marham Zone are operating today? Because my route takes me through their aerial of intensive activity, and I just wanted to speak to them if they were open.
Stand by. Heli Centre 45, Marham is open. If you wish to give them a call, 124.15.
Roger, thanks for that. We'll change to Marham now then, 124.150.
Heli Centre 45, Roger, Squawk 7000, good day.
Squawk 7000, many thanks, Heli Centre 45. Marham Zone, good afternoon. Heli Centre 45, request basic service.
Special caller Marham Zone, taking a call, send pass message.
Heli Centre 45 is a Cabri G2 helicopter from Leicester to Leicester. We're about 7 miles northeast of Spalding, altitude 1,100 feet on 1026. 1 POB VFR. Intended routing is up the northeast coast of the Wash towards Skegness and then returning via Boston to Leicester. Echo Golf, Bravo Golf. Request basic service.
Heli Centre 45, Roger, in that position I suggest you're better off speaking to Coningsby on 119.2.
Roger, we just thought I'd check in with you because it's your area of intense activity, but yeah, we'll free call Coningsby on 119.2, thank you. Coningsby approach, good afternoon, Heli Centre 45, request basic service.
Heli Centre 45, Coningsby zone, pass your message.
Heli Centre 45 is a Cabri G2 helicopter, currently about 8 miles northeast of Spalding, altitude 1,200 feet on 1026, 1 POB VFR. Intended routing is up the northeast coast of the Wash towards Skegness, and then returning via Boston to Leicester Echo Golf Bravo Golf, request basic service.
Helicopter 45, Roger, Squawk 1777, basic service.
Squawk 1777, basic service, Heli Centre 45.
Heli Centre 45 to Barnsley 1020, report turning at Skegness.
1020 for Barnsley, Wilco, Heli Centre 45.
Right, we'll come down a little bit here so you get a bit more of a view, and we'll just basically go along the coast, staying inland enough that we can go into a field rather than landing on the beach if something should go wrong. We're getting a basic service now from Coningsby Zone, which confusingly on my plog and on the runway HD is referred to as Coningsby Approach. I thought it would be Zone, but it just says Coningsby on the chart, so I thought I'd go with that, but they corrected me to Coningsby Zone. So we'll come down to about 1,500 feet, I think. Well, that is the beach of sorts. I mean, it looks a bit like a mud flat rather than a beach to me, but it's still the sea, which is very nice to see. That's not my best pun ever. So 1,500 feet on the local 1022. So that little flick of land up the end there comes out to the right. That is the bird sanctuary, starts about a mile this side of that. So what we'll do is we'll keep going a little bit further, and then we'll make an about turn and we'll aim back for the right hand side of Boston. Obviously if we lose the engine we're going to go left and into one of these fields. Could probably go a little bit lower, but these exposed mud flats do tend to be a bit of a hunting ground for birds looking for worms and stuff to eat. And that birds and helicopters don't really mix very well. Right, let's do a turn then. So we're clear all around, 1,500 feet. We'll turn to the right, and we'll head back towards Boston.
Heli Centre 45, we've now made the turn and are returning back to Leicester via Boston.
Helicopter 5, roger.
Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Snow on the fields, sun glinting off the water, and me in a helicopter. What a life. You're probably going to get bored of me saying this on every trip I go on, but I really do absolutely love it. It is just so much fun. And it's such a privilege to be able to do it. Put in a little bit more power and we'll keep on coming up. Come back up to 2,200. Those clouds aren't going to be a factor at the moment.
The flight back to Leicester was a little quicker thanks to a tailwind, so I sat and enjoyed the bright sunshine, white fields and wispy clouds. Stunning. As I approach the base, I'm now briefing myself on the approach back into Leicester.
We're on the QFE, we're descending through 1,000 feet, we want to be circuit height 700. I've got the airfield off to my right, we've just passed Bilston. We're going to announce entering the zone from the east to join runway 10 right hand downwind.
Leicester traffic, heli centre 45, entering the zone from the east to join the circuit downwind for runway 10 right hand.
60 knots there, quite a high rate of ground speed. We'll come round this tower.
Leicester traffic, heli centre 45, final for the H.
35 knots, 100 feet a minute, so we're safe for the vortex ring. Threats as we come in here is that we kick up some snow and give ourselves a bit of a whiteout. 100 feet a minute, below 30 knots.
Well, that's it for this edition. Thank you as always for watching. I thoroughly enjoyed all your AC/DC helicopter song title puns you commented after my last video. Highway to Heli has to be a winner though. Thank you Simon Wright for that one. If you'd like to help support me in making more content like this, then please check out my Patreon page and consider making a pledge. In the meantime, do hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!